Everyone, this is Susie Q of Susie Q's Happy Little Haven, and welcome to my nursery room window. Hi everyone, so today I have Maggie Mae with me, and Maggie Mae is the Mila sculpt by Ping Lau, and she was reborn by Emma Bennett, and I am going to be changing her into a pretty Sarah Louise dress that was gifted to us a couple of years ago. And so let me go ahead and put little Miss Maggie Mae aside here, and let me show you the dress and then her accessories. So this is the dress that was gifted to us, and it came from Sharon and May, and it's a real pretty, like I said, Sarah Louise dress. It's got butterfly and little dots that are hand embroidered onto the collar. And it's also got this some embroidery inside the design in here, and then it's the whole dress itself is got butterflies, little tiny white butterflies. And I was trying to think of the word smocking, and so it's got smocking with little bits of embroidery in that as well. And then it's got little flutter sleeves, little butterfly sleeves. And then the back, you know, is buttoned down, 3 buttons. And it's kind of a long dress. And it's got a white cotton slip underneath. And so I thought of putting her in this dress today because I was watching Suzanne's video. She had her Ginny on today. And she put her Ginny into a really beautiful blue dress with puffy sleeves. And so I thought of this dress, and I wanted to put Maggie Mae in it. So she's going to be wearing that today. And her accessories are going to be these really pretty blue shoes that her Auntie Suzanne had gifted to her. And they have little bunnies with little bows etched on the toes. And then the soles of the shoes are really cool too. They have butterflies and flowers. And so because of the color and you know, the butterflies, I thought they would go perfectly with this dress. And the socks are going to be these fancy lacy socks that are the same color as the dress and the shoes. And then for her hair, I'm going to take her hair out of the braids, so she's going to have a nice wave. And I'm going to be putting this bow, this pretty blue bow in her hair. And then she's going to be wearing these really cute little butterfly pierced earrings. So yeah, I thought she would look really cute in this outfit today. So let's go ahead and get started. I wanted to tell you guys something that was really scary that happened to Jenny and I this morning on our walk. We were down in the bottomland. You know, the bottomland is what we call is the area that's along the creek down there, and we call it the bottomland because it's the bottom of our property. Well, anyway, what happened was, you know, we had taken our long walk, and we're just getting back to the mobile home. And anyway, you know, Jenny loves to walk along the edge of the creek, along the banks of the creek, because there's a lot of animals, I guess, like frogs and squirrels and things like that end up leaving their scent along that area. So anyway, we were just walking along, and of course, you know, I was letting her do her thing, because part of walking a dog is, you know, you let them smell and, you know, pick up scents and things. That's part of their excitement for the day, you know. Well, anyway, she, you know, without warning, she picked up on a scent and she raced into the bushes that were along the side of the bank. I'm going to go ahead and put this pillow down. See if we can get her laid down a little bit. She raced into the bushes that were along the bank that were like kind of down the bank a little bit. She raced in there and she routed out a raccoon, you guys. A raccoon. Remember the other day when we were walking past the bunny hutch, the kitty hutch is what I call it as well. And we saw that raccoon on the trail, and so I let the raccoon have its space, and you know I didn't want to go near it. Well, anyway, so Jenny was the one that started the fight. She got into a big fight with this raccoon. And it was such a last minute thing that I did not even have a chance to pull her back before she could get down into the creek with this raccoon. It was the most scariest thing I have ever seen in my life. She and the raccoon were, fighting. I heard her growling and barking and making all kinds of scary noises, and the raccoon was doing the same thing because he was, scared for his life. But anyways, what ended up happening was I saw Jenny. This whole time I've got a hold of Jenny's leash, and I'm trying to tug her on the collar to get her up out of the creek and onto the bank again with me. But she's of course fighting with the raccoon, so she's having nothing to do with me. So I saw her at one point. She had the raccoon in her jaws, and she was shaking that raccoon like she was trying to kill the raccoon. And I was just in shock. I was scared. But the whole time, like I said, I was pulling her, calling her, trying to get her out of that predicament. And eventually, I was able to pull her hard enough to where she came up onto the bank where I was. And boy, I'll tell you what, I was really, really expecting the worst. When I examined her, I thought, oh my gosh, she's going to be full of blood. But fortunately, I checked her up and down, inside and out. Not really inside and out, but I did a thorough check of her. And I don't know how this happened, but all she ended up was with a puncture wound on the inside of her, or on the outside of her ear. It actually was inside of her ear. It was like her ear flap, the flappy part, and it was just bleeding a little bit. It wasn't a big, huge thing, but it looked like that the raccoon had managed to bite her on the ear. And I'm so grateful that that there was nothing else. That that she was. There's no other injuries that I could tell. And the other thing that I'm really fortunate is that I'm so happy that I ended up taking her, to the vet and getting her rabies shots. And this was a couple of months ago. Getting her rabies shots, all the shots that she needed, Lyme disease shots, everything. And so if she did, if the raccoon did have rabies, then she's, she's protected. But my gosh, you guys, I was shaking. It was the most scariest thing. And I was so afraid for Jenny. I just for sure thought that she was gonna, be bitten up, and I was gonna have to take her to the vet, and it would, you can imagine, I was imagining the worst, and so the worst didn't happen. But I'll tell you what, the worst in the way of having her tangle with the raccoon, that did happen, and it wasn't the raccoon's fault. The raccoon apparently was just sleeping on the, down in the bushes, kind of off the bank there, and minding its own business, sleeping. And Jenny picked up a scent and went for it. And like I've said before, Jenny is she's a hunting dog, and she pursues any animal that she sniffs out. And so that, I mean, that's just in her blood. That's just in her veins to do that. It's unfortunate that she's that way, but she's that way. And so anyway, I'm still in shock over the whole scenario. Jenny seems to be fine. You know, after our walk, we came back in as we usually do. She came in, got a little drink. You know, I checked her out again. I cleaned up her ear, and I put some Neosporin on her ear to, you know, to fend off any infection. And she just went up on the couch and did her usual, you know, go take a nap thing. So, like, to her, you know, it was just like, oh, no big deal, just part of my day. But to me, it took me a long time to stop shaking. I was so scared. But anyway, that's something that I don't ever want to go through again. And what I am going to do, since she, you know, she's always so interested in animals that are you know, all those scents that are along the creek there, I'm not going to let her go near the creek anymore along, you know, along the banks like that, because I never know. It's just, you know, things happen at a moment's notice, especially with a dog, because she's so quick. She is such a quick dog. I mean, you just can't even believe how quick she is. There's just like no time for me to think, you know, about what she's doing. So, lesson learned, and no more letting her walk by the creek and get all those yummy critter smells there. But yeah, I dreaded the day that would happen, and I didn't ever think that it would happen. And that's why that one time I stayed away from that raccoon that was on the path, because I didn't want something like that to happen. But unfortunately it happened, and but you know, Jenny's no worse for wear. She seems to be doing okay. I keep whenever I go back, I'm at the farmhouse. She's in the mobile home, and she's in her crate. You know, she always just sleeps in her crate and waits for me. And so I'm waiting to see if you know, she's going to start limping or paying, you know, extra special attention to some area on her. I don't know, you know. So far so good, knock on wood. But anyway, I just had to share that with you guys, because it was such a shocking, scary event for me. Jenny, I'm sure that it was great for Jenny. You know, she goes, oh boy, I get to get a critter, you know. But here's Maggie Mae. And she looks really, really, really super cute in this dress. And I love this dress on her. It is a gorgeous color. And here's her pretty shoes. I'm going to hold her feet up so that you can see how pretty these shoes are. And these socks. I mean, they go perfectly with this dress. I just love these shoes. Yes, I do. So there's Miss Maggie Mae. Here she is, and let's get her little unicorn. This was also gifted to Maggie Mae by Sharon. So, anyway, everyone, thank you so much for stopping by today. I'm glad that you enjoyed my my video with my I'm at a loss for words, you guys. With my Kimberly Ann, I did a video with Kimberly Ann, and I really love how she is so flexible. Her legs are so flexible and stuff. I've been having a blast with her, but I wanted to bring my very favorite Maggie Mae on, and I know she's your favorite too. Most of you really love Maggie Mae. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. It was really nice visiting with you today. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and until we meet again, bye-bye from me and Maggie Mae. Bye-bye.